What's up? I'm Davis.
I'm Jeff.
We're out here in the middle of nowhere. We just popped off a trail. We're gonna hike about an hour away from civilization that way. We had some pretty heavy snowfall over the past couple days. We've got minimalist gear, minimal water, no food. We're gonna build our own shelter and fire out of nothing, and we're gonna survive in the elements.
It's gonna be a good time, father and son duo. We're gonna show you how to build fire in extreme conditions, build shelter, and it will be productive.
This looks badass. This place looks nice. We have a natural shelter wall right there. We don't even have to do anything.
That looks good. You got these rock formations here that act like a gigantic cup. We could build our fire right in there, man. Check that out.
Right?
We got fresh water from the snow. We got a natural fireplace, and there's tons of. What do you think about those dead wood, those dead trees right there? What do you think you could do with that?
I think we can cut some of that down and make a bow and drill of that. Make fire the primitive way.
Exactly.
And there's tons of animal tracks around here. We got bear, mountain lion, and an infinite rabbit everywhere.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Look at this one right here, man. We could shave this off and make it. This is perfect for a bow drill, man, right here.
Let's post up here. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's drop path. All right, this looks really good, man. Good job.
Welcome back. We just made it to the shelter. We've been hiking probably what, hour and a half.
So
it's pretty brisk, pretty cold outside. I want to say probably 10 degrees outside. We stumbled upon the shelter, luckily. It has great rock structure to reflect the heat up back onto us when we make our shelter. We're thinking about doing a lean-to or something like that. And the fire, where are we gonna put the fire?
So we can move the fire up underneath these rocks right here, so it'll project the heat out. We're going to remove all this wood right here as not to spread fire or anything like that, and keep it safe. And we're going to use this overhang natural bow as a heat reflector, and try to. And what do you think about building? We could get the lean-to go up this way, like this, because there's plenty of deadfall around here. We could drag into this. To capture the heat, and then just scrape the ground right here and put some bows on the ground.
Nice.
For a natural bed.
It's about 2:30 p.m. right now. We have 5-6 hours left of sunlight before the wind starts to rip and maybe some more snowfall. We're gonna set some traps, build some fire, boil some water, and make a shelter for the night.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the longest deadfall that I can. I'm gonna make this teepee out over here. And over here, we shifted our position so that we can use, there's a nice little rock formation right here underneath our stuff. And I'm gonna make the teepee come out this way more, the shelter. Pile all the wood off to the side, clear it all out. And it was a better place to sleep on the ground right here. It's a little more level and a little more spacious. But it's still the same effect where we're gonna use the rock as a natural backdrop to project the wood, or project the heat. I'm sorry, project the heat going forward.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make my own bow and drill to build fire to keep us warm at night. You want to find the driest, most dead wood you can possibly find. Right now, it doesn't look like much, but I'm chopping up my base. I want to carve a notch into, and I'm going to use this as my drill. I'll cut it in half, shave it off, make it really nice and smooth. I'm going to find a curved stick to be my bow, which I'll tie with 550 paracord. Doesn't look like much, but this right here is going to keep us warm at night. It's getting pretty cold. It's only 3 o'clock, but temperatures are definitely dropping. We can't really see right now. My dad's got the shelter going. A little lean-to, half teepee sort of thing. I'm gonna put the fire next to a rock, create sort of a heat wall. Then we're gonna set some snares.
We found just a ton of rabbit track all over the place. It's hard to tell if they were here before the freeze, but since the last time it snowed, but we found a couple of runs that were really pounded down with natural channels. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this wire right here and we're going to make a natural loop snare out of it. And the trick is to make a slip knot at one end, tie it through and anchor the line off, anchor the other end off to a stick or a rock or something that's in place where the rabbit can't or the squirrel can't take off with your snare. And it pinched itself off, which is not good. I cut myself. So it's not too. And the trick is to make it big enough for the head to go into. And once this animal feels that it is caught on something, it's going to lose its mind and start entangling itself even more, run around the stick or the rock or whatever, trying and twist and pull. So we have a end of the line bowline, and then you just take this end right here and you make your loop out of it, and there is your slip knot, okay? Right here. Just a second. Bring it through like that, and there's your slip knot, and your rabbit comes through the hole like that, and he gets caught up, and it instantly seats down, and he starts losing his shit and becomes entwined in the slip knot. And whatever this was really good. And it went right through there. It came through there.
Just tracks everywhere. And these right here look like snow hare or rabbit tracks. And they all come from somewhere at a certain point in between two trees or something like this, which looks really beat down. You can see it right there. And this is where we set the snare.
Right. That looks like something rubbed up against there quite a bit. So whatever it was came through here, you could probably tie
all this bark is gone.
Yeah. Because they've been rubbing through here and sleeping or something. So if we put some shit right there, right where those tracks are, and tie it to one of these this deadfall right here, and hang it down, and make it about that big around. So even if they hit it and a foot gets inside of it, it'll still ensnare them, dude. And they won't even feel it until it's too late, until that thing cinches down on top of them. So you can see with this little booger's coming through here, him and his friends. It's like a party. And they run right down along this tree line right here to get over to the snow. And they run. It looks like some of them may come down underneath and go in, but they go right back through there. So we're going to put the trap right in between there.
Got this trap built right in my path of peanut butter. Sticks to angle it down. Yeah. That's gonna be nice.
Okay. That should be all right.
More rabbit tracks.
Okay. That should be all right.
All right, we've got the main perimeter, the main base of our lean-to set up, sticks vertically and horizontally. Now we're gonna take some of these green leaves and we're gonna intertwine into form a wind blocker, a snow blocker, a nice wall, a big heat shield for us, and it's gonna really save us tonight because it is getting cold. I want to say between 1 and 5 degrees right now. My mouth is getting cold. It's hard to talk.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna press this down right here and put some over here too for a little more shelter. So we're just gonna leave this area here exposed so we can walk in and out. Is that cool?
yeah,
Or we'll put that tarp up,
yeah.
and then we'll build our fire over there, and it should project the heat into where we're sleeping there, hopefully. and we'll clear all this out and cover it up along the edges.
Yeah. And let me tell you guys, it is hard work walking up and down these hills. We're getting dehydrated. We need to get a fire going with the bow and drill, start boiling some water. We just set 4 snares, kind of pinpoint all around our shelter area. And we'll check those before dark and then check them again in the morning. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we get something to fuel us. Starting to sweat a little bit. This is what we got going on for our shelter right now. This is kind of our doorway. We crawl in here, and there is a lot of space back here. We have our firewall. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a rock wall for our fire. We're gonna sleep on here. We've cleared this ground out, and because we've layered this with so many green leaves, we're gonna be super insulated for the night. We're about to start making a fire. Yeah. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Oh, get in here, come on. Oh, it's gonna be good. We're gonna sleep right here. Here, let's create a little tag photo that we're gonna use. I'll take a picture of that.
All right. I just stabbed my finger
Again?
with, no matter if you're lost or deliberately out in the woods, never feel that you can't make fire out of nothing. But the key thing is you have to start with the minute details, and you have to make what is called a bird's nest. You have to get the most finest angel hair material that you can find. So what we're gonna do is, even though it's in the winter and it's been snowing or raining or whatever, but this grass right here, this is it, man. This is, you just start grabbing the tops of this stuff and you weave it together like this. And it doesn't take long at all before you start making a bird's nest. And this is, this is God saying, you can pick this stuff up, actually make wads of it and stick it in your pockets. Not only would it provide heat for you if you stick it inside here, if you get enough of it, but you will have fire material later on. If you have an Nalgene bottle or some sort of container like that, drink all the water out of it and start grabbing up little tiny twigs like this and sticking them in the Nalgene bottle. That way there you could save it for later. And as Davis is going to demonstrate, all you need is a little friction and heat. And once you get the ember started, it's game on after that.
All right. So these are the tools that we were making earlier. I've created a little notch in here and a little hole. That's where I'm going to put the drill into. It's going to create heat friction and make embers that are going to fall through the crack, and I'm going to catch in this little piece of bark, which I'm going to transfer to my dad, and he's going to use his bird's nest from earlier to ignite the fire. It's going to take a little bit, but this is how it's done the real man way.
And there is the bird's nest. Now we'll start packing other shit on top of it. Here's bigger sticks. Now we just start cleaning up the area with our sticks. Oh, you can feel the heat already instantly. Good job, Dave.
Good job.
We tried to get the bow and drill going. We were having difficulties. I think our wood was a little bit too wet. Even though we did get smoke and smoldering embers, we just couldn't get them to ignite. So we went back to ferrule rod and striker. So, and that took like about 30 seconds. So now we got the pyramid going. We're gonna heat these rocks up right here, and we're gonna start melting some snow and make some food.
So what we did here is we found these flat sheet rocks, and we're producing it so the heat comes outward towards our camp. We can cook stuff on top of these, boil water like what's happening right now. Actually, on the back side of this, we have flames heating up our snow to make water. And it's getting the rocks way up there. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right, so it's getting pretty cold. We've got our fire going. Rocks as a heat shield. It is 6:13 right now. Temperatures dropped probably down to definitely in the singles. I want to say like 1, 2, 3, or 3 degrees. It is now time to drink our boiling water, start setting up our sleeping bags, and then start making some food. So we're having chunky style Southwest chicken. And here's the heater packet, but I don't think we're gonna need the heater pad because I put the meal on top of the hot rock, and that is gonna heat our meal up. But we have other meals that we're gonna eat by Mountain House. Yeah, we may be out in the wilderness, but we're eating
Well,
like
actually, I apologize. It looks like the Mountain House, but it's not. It's Backpacker's Pantry, which is really good and it's super tasty. It's a good meal. This is Louisiana red beans and rice. Totally tasty. 330 calories in the actual whole package. The oatmeals by Southwest Style Chicken is really good, and it's packed full of nutrients, and you got 270 calories per bag, and it's got a lot of proteins and things like that. And it comes with the oatmeal one comes with its own spoon and pepper and salt shaker. And this one here, just add water and away you go.
Yeah, this is my sleeping shelter. Took this off my rucksack, just a little roll-up sleeping pad. Super nice, gets you off the floor, saves you from getting frostbite, and you'll have a way better night's sleep. It's not inflatable. I need an inflatable one. This takes up kind of too much space, but it's on the outside of my pack, so it doesn't matter. I have my cold weather Marmot sleeping bag ready for 0 degrees. About what it is right now. This keeps you super warm. Love it, super comfortable. Take it on all my camping trips. And then down here, it's got my rucksack as a pillow. And yeah, I'll be super comfortable. I'll put some tights on, some gloves, and I have a balaclava as well. So we're not gonna be freezing. It's kind of snowing on and off, just little flurries, stuff like that. But this heat wall is keeping us super warm. No snow's coming in the shelter, and our hard work paid off, so it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Go. So instead of going with the water packet, the water heating packet, all we did was take the Southwest Style Chicken and its aluminum foil, and we put it up here on the rock. And as you can see, the rock is super heated from the fire. and now our meal is ready to eat because it only took like 10 minutes. So, and we got some water boiling right here, and it's gonna be yummy.
Nice. As you guys can see, the snow has picked up a little bit. We didn't have enough time, so we made the decision to leave this area open so our fire didn't catch on top with our little green trees and stuff like that. Well, for some reason the wind's blowing this way now. It's not strong, but it's enough for all the snow to kind of come in, so we're gonna have to figure out a solution for that. It should be okay.
Nothing, I'll get it, man. Go on.
What do you
Go on, nothing. Nothing. I was just gonna reach around you real quick.
Go for it.
Grab my spoon. You got your spoon?
It's more like a vlog anyway. That's my
spoon.
Always bring utensils.
Right?
Let's try this bad boy.
Okay.
You go for it.
All right. Be the first. My titanium spoon. It's hot. Be careful. That totally tastes southwestern. I mean, it's got to be Louisiana. No. Arizona, western. Could be Mexican border.
I'm getting top of the Mexican border flavor right there.
Right.
Oh my God. It's so southwestern.
It's
I'm
unbelievable.
almost hearing a mariachi band in the background. This tastes like mariachi.
I don't know what a mariachi man tastes like, but...
All right, I'm out here getting some more snow for us because we need some more. As you can tell, it is coming down out here. Huge flakes just pouring down, but we're doing good. We've got the fire going, the rock wall. We have our sleeping shelter set up down over there. I don't know if you can see that because of all the smoke.
Yeah,
Snowing hard out there. We're staying good in the shelter though, nice and warm. Dad's out there getting snow.
The hard packed snow and scrape the fresh snow off the top.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. He's got some more snow.
Yep. Whole cup.
Nice. More water.
Put it up here. Manage the fire, keep it under wraps so we don't burn to death in the middle of the night.
And we just put some water in this mountain house. We're about to chow on that. Chili mac with beef. Probably the best one they've ever made.
You use.
Alright. Welcome back, everyone. We survived the night.
Yes.
We're going to show you after this, but it snowed all night. I want to say 3-4 inches of just fresh snow. We've been suffering through it, so we're gonna get our fire going. We have our log cabin structure built back up. Small sticks over here. We're gonna get this thing going.
Use these, man. With the ones with the moss on it. Oh, that feels good. I can feel the heat already. It's fucking freezing last night.
There we go.
Nice.
It's just like that. We've got fire.
That's why you got to have flint and steel, man, or ferro rod and metal, and you get that going. Remember, the bird's nest is everything.
Yeah. So our bird's nest, we made that out of the same stuff you guys saw last night, that dead grass. This was covered in snow when I grabbed it, but it still works. You guys rub it in your hands together, make it a little as fine as you possibly can.
Talk about how you spray that to make the bird's nest.
And then this is just rope. You can find this at Michael's any arts and crafts store, if you untwine this and you start to pull these strands apart very finely, make the angel hair that my dad was talking about earlier, that stuff is even better than nature. But you try to replicate it as best as you can, but when you don't have that, this will work as well.
Tell me to keep it all in there.
And then when you're survival camping, it's important to keep your fire material as dry as possible, because as soon as it gets wet, you're done dealing. What we like to do is we like to keep Nalgene bottles. It's better than Ziplocs because it's a little more durable. You stuff all your stuff. You got some paracord, strikers, Carmex, Q-tips, nice, including this rope.
Got a couple pieces of fat wood.
Small chunks of fat wood. Fat wood, also known as lighter knot. It's just sap infused dry wood that will spark and stay lit instantly. We'll do another video on that later once you can find some.
Plus, when you melt water, you've got a container to capture water with.
All right, as you guys can see, it snowed a lot. It's our shelter. Whole bunch of snowfall in it. Some of it got inside of our camp last night, and that got super cold. We were sliding everywhere. Let me show you guys the rest of our area. Just complete snowfall everywhere. But come up here. Got our nice fire going again. We're gonna get pretty warm, make some coffee really quick, and we'll be set.
Nice.
So we have our snare right here. We have these trails coming up to it. Hopping in, he sniffed around it, went in and out just a couple times, have some fun, and then went back on his merry way. That sucks.
Right here, because he came down the tree.
Oh yeah.
He jumped from tree to tree and came down from the top.
You're close. Went right through the snare.
Oh, fuck.
I know. That's rough.
When I'm out in the woods looking for a nice hot cup of brew, I choose Black Rifle Coffee Company. Why? Because it's got Tacta Squash on the front, and this is Tacta Cool. Thank you, Evan Hayford. Oh, I'm always ready to eat. Bam! Titanium spoon. Shut up. With this Black Rifle Coffee Company. Owner, operator, CEO, Evan Hayford. I went to the Q course with him. He was an Echo, just like I was, and we contracted together for about a couple of months. So no claim to fame with the money. I'm not looking for any royalties right now. Good job, Evan. Did good for yourself, brother. Did good.
Yep.
Shit, look at that.
Your titanium spoon.
Yeah. Always ready to eat. I need to get another shirt. I've been wearing the...
How is that possible?
I have no idea.
He's got ash burns on his underlayer.
Are you filming this? I need to tighten up my belt.
What?
Just a little bit. Got blood all over my pants. I'm like bleeding. I was getting cut on everything last night. I'm like, weak sister.
Right.
You don't know how to camp.
So as soon as we got here, he was building up the lean-to shelter, and he completely sliced open his appendages, his fingers, and they were bleeding everywhere. And then, like, sure enough, not like 5 minutes later, he's like, my knuckle. He sliced that open, and then again, this morning we were making our coffee and he went to go grab the boiling cup and he got like a 2nd-degree burn across his fingers from the little titanium stem.
Look at this.
We may not make it out of here alive.
All my knuckles, all of them, including the thumb, underneath, and then I scorched my digits. That just goes to show you I'm right-hand dominant.
Thought you were left-handed.
I am. It was a good fire pit, man.
Yeah, it was warm. It was warm for, like after the fire went out, after there was just coals and the rocks, it was probably warm for another hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then it got stupid cold. And then that's when we woke up and
that's when the
snow.
shivering started.
Yeah. Yeah, at about like 1, 2 in the morning, we woke up and there was just snow all over us. And then because of like the body heat or whatever, that snow decided it wanted to melt. And so my sleeping bag got pretty wet last night. But there was no wind, so that was nice.
Just did its trick, man. It did its job. And it kept us up, and you can see where the fire, how we built the fire and laid the slats of concrete out, the granite, and it projected the fire right into us, man, exactly the way we wanted it to go. And that worked out really well.
Yeah.
I think that saved a lot of pain. I mean, unless we had like fire watch or something where you just wake up and keep stoking the fire to keep the heat going. I think the next time we come here, we should build this up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe move this over a tiny bit, seal this off right here and up here and a little bit.
More green branches and stuff, more bows.
Yeah.
What did not work this trip was the snares. We went 0-4 on the snares, but we were this close. And 2 of the snares, you could see, one of them was, we put peanut butter out for the squirrels, and the squirrel literally ran right up to the trap, probably went back and forth through it and ate the peanut butter off, and then was like laughing at us. And then we had one of the snares way back there. We pretty much down to a dot had planned that snare out perfectly. The snow hare or rabbit, whatever it was, went like right on the trail we thought it was gonna go, right up to the snare trap, and it just like jumped over it or whatever. It didn't want to go through it and die that day.
It went just to the left of it. So that goes to show you we need to put a barrier up right there and channelize it.
Yeah.
So next time.
Yeah. So if this was free, we would have been screwed. We would have had no food, no mountain house, no rabbits.
Been drinking hot water.
Yeah, with ashes in it. So we gotta up our game next time.
Yeah, this thing's got some fucking sludge at the bottom. You want some?
No.
All right. I'm gonna throw it.
All right. Well, we're gonna pack up, get out of here. It's about 8:30 right now. And
Is this your
we'll see you guys at the truck.